you here and why. Oh. Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you must be Nicole?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
I'm
well.
glad that you made it here safely.
Thank you.
Was it okay traffic getting here?
Yeah, it's pretty okay.
No problems. That's good to hear. Well, I have it down that you wanted to talk about discipline.
Yes.
And, that was your main concern in coming to counseling. Can you explain a little bit more why you're here?
Right. Well, my teenage niece, who is 14 going on 15, she's living with me and my boyfriend now. And she came from, she's my brother's daughter. So she came from a pretty unstable home before. She was back and forth, because she's one of those very stubborn kids. And she would always get her way. So if mommy said no, she would run to daddy. If daddy said no, she would run to mommy. So now, she's living here so that she could go to her high school, which is right up the street, because her mother had to move a little further up due to some circumstances. So the problem is that I guess my boyfriend Major, he's a little more strict, and I'm the more lenient one when it comes to discipline. So it tends to get us into a lot of arguments as far as what, she should or shouldn't do, or things like that. Punishments, it's really frustrating.
So your issue or problem at the moment is just being able to work with your boyfriend to come to a stable ground in disciplining her. Coming from her situation, it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, because I just feel like, I feel like you shouldn't take someone who came from one extreme and throw them into the other extreme automatically. I feel like it should be, sort of a gradual process. Because, typical teens, they rebel when they don't get their way. And I don't want her to feel like she's in such a strict place that she's not going to want to be here, or that she's not going to, want to obey, that she's just going to rebel. So I try to work with him, but sometimes I feel like there's no compromising. I feel like I try to compromise. I'll try to meet in the middle. But with him, sometimes there's no middle. It's like it is or it isn't, and that's it. Or else,
So you're looking to be able to establish a middle ground with not only him, but with the child.
Yes.
Okay. And what methods have you tried so far?
I don't even really know what you would call a method, but just talking with him, I try not to do it too much in front of her. I try to wait till, me and him are alone and say, I try to explain my reasoning for why I would want to do something, and, just see if he would work with me. Because I know his reasoning, because he comes from a strict background. That's how he was raised. So, I don't blame him for that. But I just feel like in this scenario, it's not the best approach. But I just feel like he doesn't get that. Being that he was raised that way, he feels like that's the best approach. And I don't know which one is best, really, but I just feel like a middle ground would be best.
So you're choosing to talk privately
with
him to solve your issues, but do you think the reason why, you said it's because of the way he grew up. Is it are you guys of different ethnicities? Are you of different cultures?
Yeah, he's African American, and my family is, we're white, but we're different. Like my mother's Spanish, my father's Italian, things like that. In her situation, she's also a mixed child, because my brother, who is like me, and then her mother is Haitian. So she comes, she has two.
So there's different challenges with the cultures and the ethnicity.
Right.
And that's just the way that you were raised, is separately from the way that he was raised, as well as your brother's girlfriend.
Right. Well,
that's the proper
not
terms.
Girlfriend anymore, but
the mother of the child.
Right.
I apologize if that was.
Oh, no problem.
So, what I'm seeing here is just that you guys are looking to be able to give her a stable home with discipline that you both agree upon, and that's hard because of your different backgrounds.
Yes.
And one way that you tried was to speak to him privately and kind of ease her into the living situation that you guys have. And I think that's a good idea. I think that, talking sometimes has to happen more than once. And maybe even just, do they have a relationship, a strong relationship?
My niece and my boyfriend?
Yes.
Yes, they do. They're, with her, she's one of those typical teens. So she's on and off, So one day she loves him, the next day she can't stand him. But overall, yes, they do have a good relationship. She talks to him, about private stuff, same things that she would talk to me about, she speaks to him about. So
okay, that's very good.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
I'm gonna have to learn how to edit this.
Mm-hmm.
But
I guess that's the stuff that he wants to see. You should have just sat silent and stared at me.
yes.
So do you think you can help me?
I can definitely help you with coming up with a plan.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it will be just you working hard to build your relationship stronger so that you and him working on your relationship so that he can work on his relationship with her as well. Because all the relationships strengthened will help the situation format better. So it'll be a lot of going home and trying this homework assignment. Maybe today, go home, and if something happens that she wants to do, maybe even before you give her an answer, say, what do you think if I told her this? What would you say and what would I say? And let's find a middle ground on what, before either one of us give her a yes or no, let's find a middle ground on what we should say to her. So just trying different approaches, or even just not saying anything and see how his approach works. See if it bites him or, so forth. Okay. We can continue this in the next session.
Sure.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
No problem. The door's right there.